A curious duet is playing out between the world's second and third largest economies. An apparently nationalist-motivated incident at sea spiraled into a geopolitical crisis and briefly erupted into economic warfare. But while Chinese sailors were being arrested at disputed islands in the South China Sea, on this island, the Chinese are seen as the saviors of Japan's hard-pressed retail and tourism industry.
Chinese tourists are not like visitors from other countries, the U.S. and Europe. They tend to pass up the temples and the geishas and the other cultural sites and head straight for the shopping mall. Now, the traditional shopping venue in Japan is the Ginza, but now Chinese are surging into this man-made island in central Tokyo called Odaiba. The surge in Chinese tourism and shopping could not have come at a better time for Japan's struggling retail industry.
The Venus Fort shopping mall is typical of the headlong rush by Japanese retailers for the hearts and minds of tourists from across Asia, who spend on average twice as much as locals do. And the prime target is the Chinese.
Most of our foreign clientele arrive by tour bus, spending up to 90 minutes here. They rush through lunch because they have a bigger appetite for shopping and eating. Mostly women in their 30s and 40s. They spend over $200 per person.
The Chinese are not yet the most numerous visitors to Japan, but they are number 3 and closing in fast on Taiwan and South Korea. Japan's tourist authority found that Chinese spend an average of about $1,000 on shopping alone. That's 2 to 3 times as much as visitors from every other country except Russia. The nearly 60% rise in visitors from China, aided by a relaxation of visa rules last summer, is particularly striking in the wake of deteriorating political ties.
Relations between Japan and China are built around a paradox. While the two economies are more closely interdependent and intertwined than ever, on a personal and political level, mutual hostility and mistrust are the worst in memory. It's a kind of love-hate relationship between the world's second and third largest economies.
There's always something of a contradiction in the relationship, which both sides have been able to manage fairly well. But the danger has always existed that a political issue might become so extreme, so severe, that it derails the economic engine that's also operating.
The two uneasy neighbors are complementary trading partners.
China is not only the most important trading partner anymore, it is basically Japan's future. Japan is aging, China is young and a growing market. This is where Japanese corporations are going. So you get very sensitive about how your future behaves.
China accounts for about 20% of Japanese exports, more than to the U.S. or EU, while Japan, often via third countries, is the leading investor in China. Analysts say that, like it or not, the two Asian superpowers need each other.
Japan alone is not essential for China, but China wants to upgrade its industry. To become more competitive, it needs technology, so it needs foreign investment. That's why Japan and China are mutually dependent.
Up to now, the two countries have been able to sweep their historical differences under the rug and get on with the business of making money. Chinese are also snapping up Japanese real estate and hotels. Japanese companies are stalking the nascent Chinese consumer market. Businessmen here remain bullish despite the hostile rhetoric.
What we have seen over the last few months is just a minor incident in a much broader picture, and I'm not concerned at all that there will be a derailment or anything.
But experts say political turbulence is likely to continue, with knock-on effects for their economic ties.
The dispute over the Senkaku-Diaoyutai Islands is a symbol of problems in the relationship rather than a cause. There are a lot of underlying historical issues related to the way the past is remembered, rising nationalism in both countries, economic uncertainties, and I think these are the real motor of the problems that the two sides have. And the inability of both sides to really address the past, I think, is what makes this relationship so problematic.
Analysts say there's no question that China and Japan are in for more stormy weather, more eruptions of nationalism. What is unclear is what kind of damage the next political crisis will leave in its wake which could even prompt Japanese investors to sidestep the hot market of China in favor of less contentious countries in other parts of the world.